Welcome. This brief walkthrough will guide you through completing your annual year-end data collection and Plan Sponsor Link. This process is necessary in order for TRA to complete your annual plan administration, compliance testing, and government reporting. Our goal is to provide you with the information and resources available so you can complete the year-end data collection as quickly and as stress-free as possible. Before we begin, let's review some important deadlines. For most clients with a plan year end, December 31st, also known as a calendar year plan, the recommended timeline is submit your year-end data by January 31st. This helps to ensure that your plan can be tested before important IRS processing deadlines, such as the deadline to complete any required ADP, ACP testing refund, which is March 15th. Or the deadline for certain annual contribution limit correction refunds, which is April 15th. Submitting after May 15th may result in late data fees, because at that point, your plan will require rush handling. If your plan year end is different, your deadline to submit data is 1 month after your year end. The deadline for ADP, ACP testing refunds is 2.5 months after your plan year end. The deadline for certain annual contribution limit corrections is 3.5 months after your plan year end. And lastly, the late data fee would be charged 4.5 months after your plan year end. Attached to your initial email letting you know that your census data is open and ready for completion, you will find a checklist. This checklist can also be found on our website under Employers, Resources, Year-End Data Checklist. It will help you gather the information needed before starting the process on Plan Sponsor Link. You do not have to complete everything in one sitting, but remember, click Save before you exit. You must click Save when you move between tabs. Otherwise, your updates won't be recorded and you will need to complete them again. If you administer more than one plan, please be sure to complete the year-end data collection for each of your plans. Let's get started. Step 1 will be to log in to Plan Sponsor Link using the link provided in your census request email. Please note that your user ID is your email address on file with TRA. If you cannot remember your password, please click Forgot Password, and a temporary password will be sent to you. On your dashboard, locate the Active Task tab. Then you'll click Begin Task next to the year-end data collection. If you have multiple plans, each task will be separated with a bold blue line. We'll now walk through each tab you'll complete. The General tab. Review your address, phone numbers, and other basic information. To update anything, click the pencil icon. Click the Save button before moving on. The Company tab. Here, you'll verify key company information, including your plan year end and start date, your employer identification number, your company fiscal year, the entity type, your NAICS business code. Don't worry, if you don't know the code, just click the link provided to look it up. Your payroll provider and your payroll frequency. Click Save to continue. The Principals tab. Here, you'll list all owners and confirm that ownership percentages total 100%. If another business owns any portion of your company for which you are completing the data collection, please use the Notes button to list who owns that business. Click Save before continuing. The Family tab. List any family members employed by the plan sponsor and related to any business owners, including parents, children, grandchildren, and grandparents. You do not need to list siblings, in-laws, stepchildren, unless legally adopted, or any other relations. We do need family members of the owners of any companies that you do list on the Business tab, even if those companies do not participate in the plan. If those family members are employed by the plan sponsor, they will need to be listed. Click Save to continue. The Business tab. List any other businesses with any percentage of common ownership, even if they have no employees. Use the Notes feature to provide the ownership breakdown. Click Save when finished. The Contacts tab. Review current plan contacts and their access permissions. You can use the green Change Request button to make any updates. Please note, if you submit a request to update contacts within your plan, this may take up to 90 days to complete, depending on when your data collection is received. If you need the change completed sooner than that, please reach out directly to your client relationship manager. The Plan tab. This tab is where most plan sponsors spend the most time, so take it step by step. You do not have to complete it all at once. Just remember to hit Save. In order for TRA to be able to complete your compliance testing and ongoing plan administration accurately, it is important that you answer these questions carefully. Please note, not all questions shown in this video will apply to every plan, so your questionnaire may look a little different. Here are some areas where clients tend to have questions. Changes in business structure. Did your business change ownership? Was it sold? Did you merge? Was it restructured? Even if the change happened late in the year, or if it seems minor, please answer yes if it occurred. These changes can affect eligibility, testing, and plan rules. If you did have a change, enter the date of the change. Complete any linked forms and upload them later on the Approvals tab. We have linked our Merger and Acquisitions form within the data collection to assist us in gathering the information necessary to guide you through the process as it relates to your plan. To download it, click the link, complete and save the form. You'll have the opportunity to upload it before you submit your data collection. Other retirement plans. This questionnaire will ask if you maintain any additional retirement plans, like a pension or a defined benefit plan, a simple IRA, a SEP, or a plan administered by a provider that is not TRA. This does not apply if you switched service providers during the year, only if multiple plans were active at the same time. If you answer yes, you'll be asked to tell us who administers the other plan. This helps us determine if the plans need to be tested together. Investment providers. If your plan keeps assets with more than one record keeper or custodian, for example, a main 401k platform and a brokerage window, please list them all. This does not include any personal brokerage accounts or IRAs. Examples will include Principal, Fidelity, Empower, American Fund, Schwab brokerage accounts. If you're unsure, checking a statement or a payroll report will often help. Non-traditional assets. You'll also be asked whether your plan holds any unusual or non-market assets, such as company stock, real estate, property, notes or loans, artwork, physical metals, life insurance contracts. If so, we will need the most recent valuation of those investments. And if any were active during the year, we will need to know that as well. This ensures accurate financial reporting. Eligible and rehired employees. There are questions that are used to confirm whether all employees who became eligible were offered the plan. There are questions about rehired participants being allowed to re-enter the plan immediately. If not, don't worry. The data collection will guide you to the correction form. This is a common fix, and we're here to help. Just click the link and complete the form. You will upload it at the end of the data collection. Earned income. This is for partnerships and self-employed owners. If your business is a partnership or sole proprietorship, you may see questions about earned income instead of wages. If you don't know the final amount yet, don't worry, that's okay. Enter $1 on the census and give us the date that you'll expect that final number. We can begin work on your plan and update your compensation later. Employee contributions. Next, we'll confirm your employee contributions. These are often called elective deferrals or employee contributions. This is the amount your employees choose to have withheld from their paychecks and deposited into the 401k account. We'll also ask about catch-up contributions. Participants age 50 and older are allowed to contribute an additional $7,500 beyond the regular annual limit. Starting in 2025, Secure 2.0 allows participants who are age 60 to 63 to make an additional catch-up contribution of $3,750 on top of that standard catch-up of $7,500. So for this age group, their total catch-up opportunity is $11,250. We'll need to know if you have any employees in that age range who made use of this additional contribution, or if you plan to allow this option going forward. For participants age 50 to 59 or 64 and older, the standard catch-up limit remains $7,500. Employer contributions. Finally, you'll see questions about safe harbor contributions, discretionary matching contributions. These are above and beyond any safe harbor if you have that contribution type. If not, we're simply asking if you want to make an additional match. Discretionary employer contributions. These are also known as profit sharing. Whether you plan to fund these, we'll need to know that. If you need our assistance calculating them, please let us know. If you're unsure which box applies, or you'd like us to model different options, simply note that here. Please note that some discretionary contributions may require additional testing, and therefore there will be an additional charge on your invoice. If you're unsure, please check your fee schedule or reach out to your client relationship manager. Once this tab is complete, click Save and move to the next screen. Form 5500 Questionnaire. This tab collects the information needed for us to prepare the required government filing for your plan. Here's what you'll need to pay attention to. Late deferrals. If a participant contribution or loan payment was not deposited timely according to the Department of Labor rules, please answer this yes. If you're unsure, click the link provided. There is a simple example-based guide. If late deposits did occur, you'll select whether TRA will calculate the lost earnings or your CPA firm has already completed this correction. Forms will be needed if you did have late deposits and you need TRA's assistance. You'll see them included as downloadable links. Complete the forms and upload them just prior to completing the data collection. The Fidelity Bond. Federal ERISA regulation requires all plans to have a fidelity bond covering at least 10% of plan assets. You'll enter whether your plan has a bond, the provider, the dollar amount, or if you have a bond with auto inflation guard that raises the coverage level as your plan assets grow. If you are enrolled in TRA's 316 services, please note that we require a copy of your bond. If you have not already provided a copy of your bond, you can upload a copy on the Approval tab. If you don't currently have a bond, you'll see a link where you may purchase one. Transfers or mergers. If funds were moved between plans, for example, due to a plan merger, please list the other plan name, the employer identification number, the amount transferred, and the date. Please note, this does not apply to regular employee rollovers. We'll need to know who will be signing the 5500. You'll list who will electronically sign this government filing. It must be the same credentials the individual uses for their login.gov account. This should be a unique email address for the individual and cannot be a shared inbox. Please make sure that this person is listed on the Contacts tab as the EFAS signer. If not, please submit a request to have this person added. We will use this to ensure the correct person receives the instructions for signing the 5500. If you'd like TRA to sign or file the 5500 on your behalf or want more information about those services, you can indicate that here as well. Once complete, click Save. The Employee Census tab. This tab contains your employee information. Even if only a few employees participate in your plan, you must include all employees who receive W-2 wages during the plan year. There are two ways to update this information. Option 1 is going to be manual entry. This is best if you have a small plan. Click the plus icon to add employees. Once the pop-up appears, add in the necessary information. You can update existing records using the pencil icon. Option 2 is going to be the Excel import and export option. This is recommended if you have a plan with more than a handful of employees. You'll select the three dots in the upper right and then download the census template by clicking Export. Please do not add, move, or delete columns from this Excel spreadsheet. It will error out in the system. You cannot hide columns. Please don't use formulas. And please don't delete the Instructions tab. Even small formatting changes can cause this file to fail. You can add as many rows as you need to, but don't do anything else. If you have trouble uploading this back into the system, please reach out to your relationship manager for troubleshooting. If you need help understanding a field, click the field's description in the menu found by clicking the three dots. Or if you have the spreadsheet, you can click the Instructions tab. If you still need assistance, please reach out to us. Your client relationship manager is here to help. Once complete, click Save. If you skipped a form that applies to your plan based on how you answered a question, don't worry. You'll get an email reminder later. However, completing and attaching those forms now will help streamline the process, reduce follow-ups, and prevent potential delays in finalizing your compliance report. If you ever feel stuck, review the on-screen instructions for each tab. Reach out to your CRM. We're here to help. Submitting complete and accurate information early ensures a smooth year-end process for you. Our final tab, the Approval tab. Before submitting, upload any form by clicking the plus button just over the green Documents bar. Upload any brokerage statements for the full plan year if applicable. We do need a statement for each month or each quarter of the plan year to show activity. Add any final notes by clicking the plus sign over the green Notes bar. Confirm all tabs have a check mark. Once you have verified all tabs have been completed, notes have been added, and files uploaded, click Sign and Submit to provide your name, title, and phone number. Once submitted, your information will flow to TRA and work begins on a first-in, first-out basis. Congratulations! You've submitted your year-end data collection. Thank you for completing this important step in your retirement plan administration. Providing complete and accurate information early helps ensure timely testing, smooth plan operations, and compliance with IRS and Department of Labor requirements. If you have any questions as you work through this process, our team is here to help. We can be reached at 888-872-2364. Just ask to speak to your client relationship manager. Thank you, and thank you for trusting TRA. We appreciate the opportunity to serve you.